Welcome back to Kubernetes the hard way. We have come a long way. We have our VM configured, our jumpbox set up with all the tools, and our machines properly named and networked. Today, we are tackling one of the most important topics in Kubernetes, security through TLS certificates. In this episode, we will become our own certificate authority, understand why Kubernetes uses mutual TLS or MTLS authentication, generate certificate for every Kubernetes component, distribute certificates to appropriate nodes, learn about public key infrastructure, which is PKI. Let's understand why this is important. In Kubernetes, everything is communicated via secure certificates. kubectl talks to the API server over TLS. The API server talks to etcd over TLS. Kubelet talks to the API server over TLS, etc. Without proper certification, your cluster is completely insecure. So we have to fix that. PKI is a system for creating, managing, and validating digital certificates. Think of it like a passport system for computers. Certificate authority is like a government which issues the passports. Certificates are like the passport which proves the identity of the components. We have private key, which are like signatures in real world, which only a person can do. And if something is signed by signature, we can say that, okay, this is signed by that person. Public keys are like passport photos, which everyone can see. First step is to generate certificate authority. So let's first do that. First, we have to generate the private key. So we are generating RSA key. This will generate RSA key and it will write to this file. This is the size of our size of the key we want to generate. So our key is generated. Next step is to generate CA certificate. We will be using this configuration. Before that, there are some changes we have to make. So this is the configuration which should already present in your repository folder. So first change we want to make is, instead of node 0, we have to make it node 2. Because we have worker node 1 and worker node 2 and node 0 is for server. Node 1 is fine. And we have to make changes for API server. Since API server will be running on node 0, we have to give node 0 IP address here. So basically these are the names using which our API server can be reached. And instead of server, we will make it node 0. So yeah, these are all the changes we wanted to make. Let's save this. Let's take a backup of the original file. Okay, so basically this line was extra, so I've removed it. Okay, our CA config file is corrected. Now this key is very important, the key we have generated in this step. Basically, if someone got access to this key, they can sign malicious certificates, impersonate any component, or gain full access to cluster, or decrypt the communication. If they capture any communication, they can decrypt it. In production, this is stored in hardware security module, or at least it's stored offline. We never store this in network components. In this tutorial, we are storing it in jumpbox, which is fine for simplicity. So let's execute this command to generate CA certificate. So basically, we are requesting new certificate, and yeah, we are using this configuration. This is for a year, or 10-year period. So let's see if key is generated. Sorry, the certificate is generated. Yeah, it's there. So we will be generating these many certificates and private keys, and for each of them there is a section in the CA file. For example, we have admin section, we have kube-controller-manager section, etc. For everyone there is a section, and based on this the key and certificates are generated. We are generating private key, and we are requesting certificate here. So we have to create these keys and certificates. So let's make necessary changes. So instead of node 0, it will be node 2. That's the only change. So we have certificates and keys. So next step is to, okay, we have listed. Now we have to distribute it, but instead of so this should be present in the this folder. Let's check it out. Node 2. The folder is varly kubelet. Yeah. Instead of server, in our case, it will be node 0, which is our control plane. Okay, we are done with this step. Let's move on to the next one.